Good evening, everyone. This is a short video review of the WORKPRO desktop leather hole punch set. So here is a unit right here. And what makes this a desktop unit is this folding piece right here. I mean, you can use it in your hand, but it is pretty much designed and I think works better and is much more stable and easy to use in this manner. So you're pushing straight down, not having to use your hand. And it does open up pretty wide to, I guess if you have big size hands, you could get it to work or choke up on it. But I just like putting it flat on the workbench or counter or whatever and pressing down. And of course, when you press down, that punch will go through the leather or whatever you're punching a hole in. And it has a nice soft little landing spot right here. And it also comes with some extra pads right there. So there's a little arrow right here which shows that this wheel spins in this manner. And depending on how you look at it, it could be clockwise or counterclockwise. But there are 6 different size punches. And you could get to each one by just rotating it, and it kind of locks in place with this little thing right here. So the smallest is 2 millimeter, and then 2.5, and then 3, 3.5, 4, and 4.5. And instead of having to guess which one is which, it says right here. So this is the 3 millimeter, there's the 3.5, there's the 4, and the 4.5. That's the largest, down to 2, and then 2.5. So gotta remember which way to turn this thing sometimes. So let's start with, let's go big. Let's go to the 4.5. And I have a few different types of leather here to punch to demonstrate. So here is a pretty thin piece. And I actually got some, I don't know if it's WD-40 or something on there, but a little bit of a stain. Not the prettiest, unless I do the whole thing, but I'm just gonna put this in here. Pretend I'm making a leash or a belt or whatever. And then just push straight down. Nice clean hole. And of course, if it is something like a belt, you'd want to use a ruler or something and a little mark to mark where you want the hole so they're evenly spaced and level. But cut through this thin leather like it's nothing. All right, here is a thicker piece of leather. And I'm just doing it close to the edge so I don't waste too much. Leather is not exactly cheap. But again, nice clean hole. All right, let's rotate this and try a different size. Let's go from the biggest to the smallest, down to the 2 millimeter. Just line it up where you want it. There you go. Try it with this thinner piece as well. It really is effortless. All right, so here is a commercially bought leather glove. I'm not gonna ruin this thing, but I am gonna put just a little hole. See, where would I wanna put it? If I'm gonna put a little loop or something. I wouldn't want a 2 millimeter hole in there. A piece big enough for paracord, I think. So we'll go back to the larger size. Put it right there. Yes, I didn't press down quite hard enough. Just pull that out, but I could trim that and you wouldn't even know. But nice clean hole. All right, I did bring the real test. This is a very thick leather belt compared to this leather. It's at least twice as thick, I would think. Maybe 2.5 times as thick. And let's just put a hole. I'm not going to measure it or anything. You actually have to take a second look just to see which hole it is, but it is that one. Very nice, clean hole. So this is a winner. Now, as far as the leather plugging these little holes up, once it gets filled up from punching holes in leather, it will come out and be in this little opening, and you just dump it out. And if you want, you could get a thin piece of wire or a finishing nail and press it through there, and it'll go all the way through this one, down in through that opening and out this one, and you could clear it out that way. Or you can carefully go in from this end, just careful not to dull the edge, and then push the leather to the middle if you so desire. But pretty much you don't need to do that. They'll just slide up and fall out as room is needed. I don't even know if you could see all the way through there. All right, yeah, so this one is plugged a little bit, and I'll show just that I have a little screwdriver right here, smaller than 4.5 millimeters. There you go. And there's the little pieces of leather plug from the belt and the other. That's definitely from the belt right there. That's a big, thick piece of leather. And then the other piece. So the WORKPRO desktop leather punch, it works, and it works very well. Here's 3 index cards, and I'm going to fold it over to make it 6. You could use it for a paper punch as well. If you don't want to buy a paper punch, if you just wanted to make cards or tags or something, you could punch right through the corner. And again, leather, canvas, paper. I'm sure it'd punch a hole in this mat if I wanted to. It is very tough material, but I don't want to do that. So, all right, it works great. I recommend it. I just showed you it went through the thickest leather that I have, as well as some heavy duty glove leather and some other stuff. So, all right, folks, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and go punch some leather. All right, goodbye.